All right, welcome to the second episode of Trying Your Ideas. For this one, we will be doing another comment from the Inquiry Time post that states this idea: a block that can be broken if you jump onto it from above, or in other words, the opposite of the breakable block. So if you don't know what the breakable block is, it's this block, particular beauty right here. It only has a base color, and then you can break it. That's essentially what it is. You can break it from the bottom, but you cannot break it from the top. You can also break it from the side, as you can see. Oh, I just did. Okay. So you can break it from the top. No, you can't break it from the top, but you can break it from the bottom. For example, if I do this, as you can see, it doesn't break the ones that were on its bottom. So what we're gonna do now is try and do the reverse of the functionality of this block. So first, I'm already thinking if we have maybe like seven of these blocks. This is what we're gonna use as an example. I also want it to be slightly different with the functionality. So from the bottom, it doesn't kill you instantly. It will just bounce your character away from it with the H blocks. So what I'm thinking is we have toggle triggers. Toggle triggers for each and every one of these blocks. These blocks, however, are gonna have some different functionality. So we're going to group each of these blocks from 1 to 7. And then for each of those, this is going to have a touch triggered, which means that we'll have a hitbox. Then once it's touched, it makes the block here. This is a very cheap setup, although I can recognize it's not that optimized because of the 7 group usage. That's fine. And there we go. That's your basic setup. It works when you jump and off from the bottom. It just bounces you off. Now, if you were referring to like it only breaks only when you jump, then maybe that's a little complex in terms of how exactly I'm supposed to do that. Maybe like a set of toggle triggers here that toggle the right amount of blocks once you land. But for now, we're just gonna keep this setup, which is pretty simple. But alright, so you can't jump the moment you land on. I just tried that. Take note, you cannot jump once the toggle trigger toggles it off. So you can't use it for any quirky kind of parkour like levels, but that's fine. You guys can like edit the setup for this, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much going to be it for now. So maybe let's put a little bit of testing into this. Maybe like there. Yep. Okay. And maybe like a few spikes here as well. No, just for the sake of a little gameplay. Okay. Alright, okay. So, yeah, as you can see, it works as intended. There's no problems with it so far, except for the fact that it can also break whilst you're not jumping, but you're still on top of it regardless. But that's fine. Now, you might be asking the question, what about the side? Because the original block, you could break this from the side, from the left side. So for the sake of the reverse functionality, I decided not to do that. Instead, we'll just have this simple setup for now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right then. So yeah, it's that simple of a setup. A few toggle triggers and some H blocks and the block of your choice. And yeah, that's it for now. Goodbye.